I have coached more than 5,000 business owners to improve their negotiation skills so that they are able to sell their products or service at the right price. If you want to improve your negotiation skills, then this video is for you. Here are 7 skills that will help you improve your negotiation skills. The first one is preparation. Remember this, negotiation doesn't start when you are in the negotiation conversation. It starts way before. So you got to prepare knowing exactly what do you need below which you are not willing to enter the deal and what are you willing to offer so that you are able to create a common ground with the customer. If you're not prepared with your boundary price, a price below which you will not take up the project, and if you're not prepared with the variables, which are elements that you are willing to give away, then you're walking into a negotiation conversation like walking into a boxing match with Mike Tyson, but without any boxing gloves. Let me give you an example. A client of mine who runs an interior design firm knows exactly what should be their design fees for a project that they take up. Now, they also understand that the customer to whom they pitch their services to want to experience a sense of victory when they are in a negotiation conversation. So this firm clearly prepares what's going to be their quoting price and what is going to be their boundary price, which is the price below which they will walk away. Now, having clarity of their quoting price and boundary price gives them the room and the window for negotiation and creating that experience for the client that they are winning. They also know what are the variables they will provide, like extended support for a couple of years in terms of maintenance of the home once they do the interior design, like for example, festive decoration of the house, and they go in with these variables as their armor and offer these variables when the negotiation conversation hits its peak, but they don't want to reduce their price and instead want to add more value to their customers. The second skill that you need to take care of is to manage your posture, which means what? While you are in a negotiation conversation, remember this, you cannot sound desperate, because the more desperate you are, the more the client is going to pull your pricing down and bargain really, really hard. At the same time, you cannot go to the other extreme of being arrogant and saying, this is my price, take it or leave it. Remember, you don't want to piss the client off. So in negotiation, what's important is to develop this posture in the conversation of being dumb, because the truth is this, in negotiation, dumb makes money, smart loses money. If you're over smart, you're over arrogant, then you're going to piss the client off. But if you're dumb and you're going to say stuff like, support me to close this deal, assist me to close this deal, I need your help to back this order, you need to now support me. When you use this kind of a language, you're not lowering your dignity, you're not being desperate, but you're placing the customer at a pedestal and letting them know that they have the power to give and getting the maximum value out of them. Let me give you an example for this. Imagine you're going street shopping with your spouse. Your spouse likes a handbag on the street store. You ask the salesperson what's the price, and the salesperson quotes 2,500 rupees. But instead of being dumb and gentle, you decided to be over smart and arrogant, and you discarded that price by saying, ha, what nonsense, ye 500 rupees ka maal hai. Watch. If that salesperson turns around and says, Jana baba nahi bechne ka, aage ja, then immediately you lose any room for negotiation. Now, this is an example from a customer's point of view that I'm giving you because I'm sure you've been in such a situation. And imagine you went through the entire street and you couldn't find the same bag. Your spouse is going to beat you up and badger you, and you will have no other option to walk back, not look at the eye of the sales guy, still hand that 2,000 rupees and get that bag for your spouse. So think about it. If you were being dumb in that situation instead of being over smart, and you would have used language like, अरे भैया दे दो ना, दीदी को खुश करो ना, 1500 में दे दो, ऐसे थोड़े कोई 2000 ऐसे ले लेता है, आप support करो हमको. If you would have just been dumb in that situation, you would have gotten a better deal. Now flip this when you are selling. Be dumb, smart loses money. The third skill is to position value, which means in a negotiation conversation, while the heat is on and the customer is saying your price is too high, I've got a quote at a lower cost, you got to keep your emotions aside. Stay calm and have a conversation about the value you are going to be adding to them, about the benefits that they're going to be receiving. Articulate for them what will they get by using your product or service. Why are you the right person to work with, and how it is absolute value for money for the price that you've quoted. So don't get into opinions, don't get into arguments, don't get into negating your competitors' pricing. You keep your emotions aside and hold your posture and keep positioning value. And talking about value, here's a valuable gift I have for you. In the description below, there's a link of a 40-minute training that has transformed the lives of more than 280,000 business owners and taught them the exact strategies, systems and skills to build a business which can grow without them. Click on that link and watch this training for free. That's my gift for you. The fourth skill is presence. When it comes to negotiation, it's important that you stay outside with the client rather than go inside your head and start thinking and analyzing, what should I say now? How am I going to sound? How will this person perceive me? Am I going to get this deal? Look, it's a very simple game. When you are communicating with anyone, when you are outside, you are with them. But when you go in your head, you disconnect with them. So the key in negotiation is to stay outside and not get stuck in your head. I know you want that deal. I know you want that order. But your best chances of getting it is to stay outside by managing your emotions. The fifth skill is a partnership mindset. Think about it. A negotiation conversation can get pretty intense because through that conversation, you are negating the ask of the customer. You are positioning why your ask is valid, and this can strain the relationship a little bit and can create a little bit of tension in the environment. So what you want to do in between the negotiation conversation is to bring forth the partnership mindset and reaffirm the macro commitment that, hey, you and I understand that I have understood your needs and desires. You and I understand that my product or service can fulfill your needs and desires. You and I understand that I am the right person with the right track record and credibility to fulfill your needs and desires, which means we are the right partners for each other. My product is the right product or service for you. Now, when you reaffirm this macro commitment of working together in between the negotiation conversation, you ease out the tension, you create the big picture focus, and you remind them that, hey, listen, just for a few thousands, just for a few rupees, let's not lose out on this opportunity of adding value to each other. This creates an affirmation that the deal is on. I remember this one time when I was doing B2B sales and I used to sell to large corporate organizations. I used to come very, very close to cracking the deal. But for a few thousands of rupees, I would lose out on the order because somebody else quoted a lower price. That's when I realized that probably I'm not positioning the partnership mindset in the right way to the customer. So what I started doing was, when the client used to come back saying, we've got a lower quote, I used to get into a negotiation conversation. But in that conversation, I used to always revisit the entire journey of the sales process that we've been through, where I've understood their requirement, I've understood their business, I've understood their challenges, and how they have understood that my proposal covers all the areas that they want solutions in, and therefore they also understand that this is the right product for them, and for a few thousands of rupees, they should not go with somebody else who's charged lower. Just having this conversation of reaffirming the macro commitment of working together helped me increase my sales conversion ratios significantly. The sixth negotiation skill is give and get. What does this mean? When you're walking into a negotiation, be clear. Healthy negotiation does not mean that you get what you want, but you don't give anything that the customer wants. Healthy negotiation is a win-win common ground, which means you got to make them win. You got to be willing to give. So make sure that in your negotiation conversation, you are giving them something that they did not expect. You are also adding more value to them. You're being flexible at your stance, and you're showing them that you're committed to making this work. That is what makes them feel victorious. At the same time, while you're giving, you have the boundary of what you need to get no matter what. So take care of the give and get scenario. And I learned this strategy when I was in my 12th grade and my dad had a mobile phone retail store. When we used to sell mobile phones, customers used to negotiate on the MRP price. And at that point of time, my father used to always say that give them something that will make them smile. So he used to say, look, this is a branded phone. We can't reduce the price. But from our side as a store, here are some accessories that we would like to gift you. Just adding that additional value used to make the customer smile, and most importantly, make them feel happy that they got something more than what was offered on the table. The final skill is win-win or no deal. Remember this, at the end of the day, through the negotiation process, the outcome is to make sure that the customer wins and gets value for their money, and you win, get profit for your efforts. If either of you are not going to be winning then there is no point getting into that deal, because that's going to be a deal of regret. And you don't want to get into a deal of regret and make money out of the emotion of regret. So be willing to walk away. If the client is not comfortable with your boundary price and they expect it at a lower price, is not worth it for you. And if the customer is not willing to stretch and provide what you need, then it's not worth it for them. Make sure that you're comfortable with walking away and still keeping the relationship alive. If the deal doesn't close, doesn't mean the relationship should end. In fact, sometimes it's a great opportunity that when the deal doesn't come through, you still have the window to set the permission to build a casual professional relationship and be professional friends and explore opportunities of working together in the future. The key about negotiation is to make sure that you are looking at it as a relationship and not as a transaction, and you're making sure both parties win. Also, if you want to learn how to sell any product or service to anyone, click on the link below and make sure you watch that video.